Yeah, and we're back. Sorry about that. Looks like we did get taken down due to copyright. So, hey ho, such is life. We're back. We're back from out of space. Welcome back, everybody. But it's still 0-0 with just half an hour coming up. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Oh, it's a shot. It's a goal. Liverpool have gone 1-0 up just as we come back there. That's Sod's Law, isn't it? Right, just talk about it's 1-0 to Liverpool, and on that bad news, let's just try and get all this working again. So is this one working okay? Well, to be honest with you, yeah, I knew I was kind of. I'm going to strike it. I'm going to link it over to Doug. I don't know whether he's in or not. So I'm going to just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. If anybody, if you want to come on, Mike, you can keep me company. I've sent Doug a link. Hopefully he will come back on. There you go. So that's the way to do it. Just finish one strike and get another one. Oh God, I don't care anymore. I'm past caring with all the rules and regulations. Rules and regulations are there to be broken. That's what I say. So, 32 minutes gone. Liverpool 1-0 up. And like I say, this is what you're going to say. We are playing a Premier League team. Am I disappointed? No, because look, we played well. I think we always knew that they were going to beat us. Nearly 2 there. Now they are turning the pressure on Liverpool. They've soaked our pressure up, and now they are coming back. So it's 34 minutes gone. Like I say, this is the thing. If you don't take your chances, you do get punished, and that is what has happened here. Yeah, to be honest with you guys, I have shown things from LCFC.com before, and it's never been a problem. Liverpool coming away, strikes 2-0. 2-0 now to Liverpool. You got to say, normal service is resumed. Pro Buster, no spoilers. I think that went up after I said it, so I think you're okay. But no spoilers before you hear me say it. Oh, if you know him, Mike, then do your bits. Do your bits. But yeah, I've shown things live before. From that, but you know that's I takes my chance, don't I? Really, and I took my chance, and so it's 2-0 to Liverpool now in the first half. Really, Geordie? Wow. Fine, Mike. You. I didn't see that earlier. Well done, mate. Well done. Anyway, we're back up and running. Without the match. Oh, and it's a third goal for Liverpool. They're just running us apart now. Liverpool 3, Leicester City 0. Well, we look good for 20 minutes, guys. So, what do we think of it? Mate, it is. It is. I mean, the Liverpool fans said early, didn't they? We should have, we could have been one or two up, probably two, maybe not. But if you don't take your chances, you are up against Liverpool. But certainly, from a look, this is like, as I say, only our. I would say, well, it's only our second really competitive game pre-season. Coventry aren't sounding very sharky. We do a week today, and an hour and a quarter a week today. Coventry aren't sounding too confident going in. So it's 3-0 now. No, Sunday, mate. Sunday. Yeah, I was seeing. Obviously, I've watched some of your now. I've seen some of your videos come up on my home screen, Mike, and yeah, you don't seem to be too happy with some of the results that are going your way. So on 5 minutes till half time, it's 3-0 to Leicester. Liverpool have it on the far side. I mean, obviously, we haven't got Connor Cody. He's injured. I don't know whether he'll be back for next week. The curse of the pre-season. Oh, nice. Nice but lucky movement out. Oh, indeed, he gets it now to all Brighton. Oh, is that offside? Yes. Packman Daka, I forgot he was. I didn't realise he was on the pitch. I think you could be right there, Russ. I think. I know that wasn't offside. Come on. But what can you do? I don't think there's VAR in this game. I missed having that strike against me name. I'm glad it's come back. Liverpool coming away. They do look like they could score every time they come away. Oh, Hermanson there. Good high jump, collected the ball. Don't know what McAllister's trying to do with him. And they come away again. Oh, so luckily got the foot in. Oh, a deflection from the shot from Liverpool. Scrambled away from Leicester. We are looking, like you say, mate, we are looking shaky at the back. It is a bit worrying. I'm not confident. I'm very much like Dan was this time last year. That if I would sooner not come straight back up and come back up like a Norwich or a Watford and come straight back down again. I'd sooner, if we are going to come back, I don't mean if we come back straight back up, I don't think we will necessarily come straight back down because I think we'll spend money. Norwich and Watford very rarely do that. But for me, if we stay down one season but come back up the following season stronger, then I'd be happy with that. Eighth and above, I'm looking at. Anything below eighth, I'd be disappointed with. I know a lot of fans are saying, "Oh, we're going to be first or second." I don't know. I don't know. Enzo excites me, the fact that we've got him, but am I more excited about the fact that it's Enzo or the fact that it's Pep Guardiola's assistant manager? Exactly, great. It won't be. I mean, like I say, we've got to remember we are playing Liverpool. But then again, when we played Northampton, we had all those chances and only scored one. Um, wow. Seriously, Mike. Oh, a long shot there from Liverpool, but it was blocked by Leicester defenders. 17. Wow. You got what's happening with you? And I see you've lost a few players, but I thought you brought a few in. Uh, Carmen is in. Hello, Carmen. How are you? Welcome along. Uh, Ash, I think I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him. I thought he was being rested. So I don't know if unless anybody else knows. Oh, could have been a fourth for Liverpool there just before half time. So welcome back, everybody. If you missed me, you probably didn't. Well, I was better after 20 minutes of this game than I am now. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, it's fine. Goalkeeper looks confident. Now, Leicester coming away. What the hell happened? I mean, all right, Bristol City. I mean, all right, 17. It doesn't sound look as bad now because it was two bad games that you had. What happened at Bristol City? Bloody hell. Does look like a mismatch. It's yet another corner now for Albrighton to take on this near side. Coming up to half time, there's a minutes worth of injury time. Chips the ball. It's a low one in, but it just goes straight to a Liverpool defender. Headed back in, but it's going to go straight to the Liverpool goalkeeper. And that is it. It is half time. Guys, I'm going to go for a few minutes and just try and sort out, obviously, the problem that we had before. Don't go away. Don't touch that dial, as they say. Not looking good. We are currently looking at Liverpool 3, Leicester City 0. In all honesty, yes, we could have scored more goals, but then so could Liverpool. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks very much.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
The Premier League? That's so last season. It's all about the Championship here on LTID TV.
Now that's what I call football.
You hit the right spot.
Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV
for all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
Indeed, we need a bit of that passion, don't we? 3-0 down. Dan is in. Dan, the Burnley fan. How the devil are you, sir? Look forward to seeing you tonight. Well, White Rose, so I recognise you. You know you like the white ones. But yeah, it is. We look good at the start. Steve, good morning. How are you? We look good for the first 20 minutes, especially McAteer on the left. Our goalkeeper doesn't look great. I think he looks okay. So far, our defence not been either, in my opinion, on the first half. At the start, we were sort of holding on, but doing okay. But Liverpool just stepped up a gear. But that's our own fault. We had those chances in the first half. We really, really did. Don't forget, whatever you're doing, do it tonight. With me and Dan. We are together. We want to be together. We are together from 8 o'clock tonight. We are doing Championship League predictions. We want to say we are doing it. Don't blame me, guys. These are Dan's. These are Dan's predictions. Look, he knows the team, and I've got to say congratulations to Burnley again for the way they've come back up. I think as Leicester, we're going to be looking at what Burnley did, and I don't think we can replicate it, but I hope we can at least have a go at doing it, because you did so well last season. I think going down was the best thing that could have happened to you, just as I think going down was the best thing that could have happened to us as well, because do you know what? If we'd stayed up, it'd have been like putting a plaster over a open wound, wasn't it? Really, you know, it's like we went down to League One, and I think that with Burnley, had they not gone down last season or the season before, wherever now, I think you would have struggled. But you went down, you cleared the deadwood out, you got a brand new manager in who's doing absolutely fantastic for you. He's got the Man City connections just as Enzo has. And I think that's the model we need to look at. And I think we're trying to do that. Because what we're discovering, which is probably what you discovered last year, it was interesting to see, Dan, whether you actually... did you sign a lot of players before? Because we've got the problem is that obviously the kickoff for the new season's a week or so earlier, and so it is messing about with our chances of making new signings before the kickoff. Talking of which, we've got absolutely no. If you want to come on, by the way, Dan, say so, and I can send you a link over. We had 2,700 views on the last channel. That was when it was rained off, and we were doing very well on this one until it got taken down. Last week's didn't get taken down, but then, of course, it wasn't the football. Mike, you're welcome to come on, mate. I didn't get a response to you. I'll send you the link, mate. I'll send you the link. I think I possibly said it, and then we had obviously all the copyright, and my stream got taken down and everything. I sent you the link over, mate, on that one. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, got my hand slapped again. 90 days, I'm on the naughty step. I've literally been less than 24 hours off the naughty step. How bad was the first half? Just got up here at 3 a.m, missed half. To be honest with you, for the first 20 minutes, mate, we held our own and we should have been ahead. But wasn't to be. Wasn't to be. Unfortunately. Up until the first half, yeah, exactly, Zane. We were. But look, this is a Premier League team, and this is why we're not in the Premier League now. Jeff is in. Hello, Jeff. What are you doing? How the devil are you? Came in late for your first stream, and before you got taken down, we were playing well. You're not on Twitter, are you, mate? I've sent it on Facebook. I've sent it on Facebook Messenger. And this is the problem, isn't it? Because we've had two competitive games. Northampton, behind the closed doors, are they competitive games? They're fitness, aren't they, really? So we've had this one and we've had and the Northampton one. So it obviously, I don't think we are ready looking at that, but we haven't got Cody, and that's the curse of the Leicester friendlies, isn't it? Dan says, yeah, most of our business was done before the first game of the season, only one or two after. Mate, no, Jay, you should be with your son, mate. That's why I understand, because that's why we're doing that tonight rather than the other night, Wednesday night, because of my son. Look, don't say that we're not going international. When I say international, I'm on about countries where you need jabs, you need, passports to be stamped, visas, and he's gone. Mike was about to come in. Now he's here. Let's bring him in and go. Hello there, Michael.
Hello. Hope you're well and hope the chat is well. Yeah, I realised I had StreamYard muted, so I had to quickly sort that
out. Right. No problem at all. So, well, can we just check that is? I think that's fine. I don't think we're being covered up. Yeah, I'd say I just got over one strike. Just got off the naughty step. 24 hours later, I'm back on the naughty step again.
Terrible! You haven't learnt your lesson.
Well, says you. How's it going on Twitter, Mike?
Well, I've finally gone and came back now. I don't know how long that's going to last. So I will.
On Twitter.
I'm not sure. I can't even remember what it's called. I think it's like Mike with a.
What are you doing to get banned on Twitter, or X as we should call it now? Although it has been X for you, hasn't it? It's been an X social media.
Exit off. It's been an exit off. Yeah.
Yes.
Just putting opinions on there, and then someone reported one opinion because it wasn't in the guidelines apparently. When what it wasn't nothing like bad. Someone posted something about one of our new signings, and then I said this. I sent a picture. This is the way to Amarillo, and then I quote tweeted it and said relegation. And then there's like, we don't need this negativity around the football club. And then they reported me, and it got taken down because apparently it wasn't within the guidelines. But it's stupid anyway. That's why I prefer.
Can I just say, I actually reported a tweet. Somebody tried to follow me. And it was one of those, they did follow me. They don't have to request it, do they? They did follow me. And it was one of those, shall we say, questionable ladies. Shall we just put it as that?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And apparently, nudity is fine on Twitter, /X.
Oh, yeah.
Well, surely it's not, because these are for 14-year-old. But I don't, it's Elon Musk. He's having one of his own it's his own little kingdom now, isn't it? His serfdom.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the actual game on a stream so I can actually try and watch it in my video as well.
LCFC.com. You can sign up, but you don't have to pay.
Yeah.
All it does is allows you to watch videos on there. Now, in fairness, my ban has come not from Leicester City. It has actually come from obviously the people that are streaming it.
Yeah.
And I thought, because it must have is it not live on YouTube, is it?
No.
So that's why I thought it'd be okay. And because it was what's the word I'm looking for? Because it was
Pre-season.
I thought it would be okay with it not being live on YouTube and it being on the Leicester City thing. But look, I know when I'm doing it. You're allowed 3, so getting one's not too bad. At least I got rid of one before I got it back again.
So it's still 1, not 2.
Yeah, exactly. Neil is in. Hi, Chris, watching from Perth, Australia. I was speaking to Australia last night. My friend Jane in Australia, where I'm going next year. I'm going over to the Gold Coast, whale watching, although I've only got to look in the mirror for that. To be honest with you, I think we started good, didn't we? I don't know if you saw what you could see on the stream, Mike, but I thought we started all right.
Yeah, you did start well, and I think you grew into the game as Liverpool grew into it, which was the most annoying thing for Leicester. And then when the first goal goes in, quite coincidentally, as soon as your stream came back on, but as soon as they scored that first goal, it just looked like it could be an onslaught, and halftime score shows that. But even at 2-0 and 3-0, I think Leicester have played well, considering.
It is about the performance, because let's be honest with you, when I look at that Liverpool team, and if we just there's going to be
just
loads
mute
of
a second,
changes.
Chris, I'm just going to mute a second so I can get the Leicester game on a second.
Yeah. I'm just going to put the team up there. Jeff, we're going to be doing the score predictions. It's going to be Fridays at 8 o'clock, as it was last year, or last season. I've just got to say, and I did say this earlier, but I am taking a huge step back from the channel. I am doing the radio show on surreyhillsradio.co.uk. The breakfast show, which from Monday goes an extra hour, so it's from 7 till 10 to Friday. So because of that, I'm enjoying that, to be honest with you, more than the football in some ways. So I'm only going to be doing watch-alongs on the Monday night show. So the prediction shows will be on Friday, but it will still be with Brad, and Brad's going to be taking over a lot of what what I was doing. So, but it will be Fridays at 8 o'clock. But that's we've kicked off for the second half. 18 minutes of madness cost us 3 goals. But when you look at that team that started with there, it's a strong team.
Yeah, I think there's only Bobby Clark and obviously Kelleher, the goalkeeper, are the obvious main players that won't be in that team. But you look at Matt McAllister.
Here we go. Oh, defender and goalkeeper both going for it there, and Liverpool kicking it over the top.
Yeah, so you've got obviously McAllister, who's just been brought in by Brighton as a big signing, and we know what Mohamed Salah is all about, and same as Virgil van Dijk. There's probably 300-400 international caps in that starting 11. So, and a lot of winners' medals as well. A lot of them have won a Premier League. A lot of them have won the Champions League with Liverpool. So it's expected, but I've just seen that chance there that he was mentioning about the one over the bar. It looks like they've brought Gakpo on, Harvey Elliott. So obviously, like you said, there's going to be a lot of changes in pre-season. That's what it's all about for the second half. Just basically complete new 11. That's why I never really looked too much into the starting 11, because players who start in the second 11 could be one of your key players. They just try
to be honest with you, I think we've virtually changed about 11 of our players. I think it's Everson in goal now, looking from what I can see. We'll just see if I can get this up here. And it will just go through to match centre. Yeah, we've made 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just have a look here. So, hang on.
They've made 11, Chris.
They've made 11. It looks like we haven't yet. Leicester City have actually put all Liverpool's changes. Here we go. Let me just show you. Look, they've put all Liverpool changes under Leicester City.
Yeah, so Liverpool have changed all the outfield players. Only Kelleher.
Yeah, but if you look at it there, they've put it under Leicester City.
Yeah, that is very...
That's typical Leicester. In our dreams, we wish we could get those 11 players. But
Leicester haven't made any.
No. I mean, I tell you, Vestergaard's going to get probably absolutely plastered for this, but it's not his fault. You can't put that down to one player.
And also, he doesn't pick himself, does he? Enzo's clearly seen there's something in him, hence picking him.
Well, this is it. And, Ndidi, he's taken and we know Ndidi was good, like I said before, when he was, Kanté version 2. He's then gone awful under Brendan Rodgers, but he's looked really good in this game. So if he, just because Vestergaard was bought by Rodgers for some reason, then he never played him. And you can understand him getting pissed off and what have you and talking to the press. But no, if Enzo can get, the best out of him, then apparently, just looking here, this Steffi Mavidi expected to be unveiled by the club next week.
Mavidi, he's a good player.
Yeah, £6.4 million, 25-year-old. He's set to become Marskalska's fifth summer signing. So the fee has been agreed. I take it he would have been done a medical by now. So it looks like he's on his way in.
Yeah, he's a good player, and he was really good for Lille last season. He was involved in quite a lot of Montpellier, sorry, yeah. And he was, quite influential in their season. I think he was probably one of their best players. And I remember Montpellier used to be serial Champions League team, but they've
they're up top there for quite a few seasons. And Chris is in. Good morning, Chris. Currently at Las Vegas Airport. Hey, waiting for my flight. Now, you're at the airport. Have you been kicked out of Las Vegas? Or have you just run out of money and you've had to come home early? Mind you, having said that, whatever you've done, obviously what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. Bum bum.
I hope it's not bum bum.
No, you know him better than I do. Neil says, I think, Chris, you should do a Lady Godiva in Coventry next week. Look, mate, if I had the hair, but you could do that as a threat if we don't turn up, then I will. No, not a sight you want to see. Not a sight you want to see.
It's interesting to see in terms of both teams how far both teams are away from the season. Leicester half-time make 0 changes. Liverpool make 11. It just shows that Leicester are probably ready for next weekend now.
I think we're looking at maybe 1 or 2 tweaks, but I think with the team that we've put out there to start, I don't think. Cody's obviously due to come back.
Yeah,
he gets injured. I'm not sure about Vestergaard, to be honest with you. You've got all the new signings in there. McAteer, Albrighton may start. He's not going to stay. He's a bit like Vardy. He's a great player. I love him to bits, but he's not going to be starting every game. Vestergaard, obviously, huge question mark over him. Castagna apparently wants to leave. I don't know. But you look in there, I tend to say 7 starters for the season have been in the first team.
Well, yeah, Hermanison is definitely nailed on, isn't he? Ricardo, again, nailed on. Yeah. I'm really impressed with the signings that you've made in this window, to be honest. And, you've let some, but not, I wouldn't say you've let some, you've had to let some real big wage hitters go. And obviously that comes with relegation, of course, but
yeah,
sort of replaced them in quite decent fashion, considering obviously the league below. Bringing Harry Winks in, I think that's an interesting sign as well, because Harry Winks' career sort of slowly declined. He went to Sampdoria to try and reignite it, and maybe playing 40 plus games for Leicester and a championship season can do that for him.
The thing is, it's like he wasn't liked, Harry Winks, by many Tottenham managers. But then again, they weren't really there long enough to be impressed, were they, most of them? Let's not joke. But Pochettino absolutely speaks so highly of him. He was the one that gave him the chance. And when you look at those players, Enzo, okay, it excites me because of who he is, where he's come from and what he achieved last season. The question mark is over his actual managerial skills. But we will see. Marcotti, the foreign correspondent, and he does a lot of Sky, spoke very highly of him and said, didn't really get the chance at Parma. But how many of those players would have come in had it been Scott Parker or Steven Gerrard?
It's just about exposure as well. With Enzo, he's just come off the back of not purely to Enzo. Let's remember it was Guardiola as the manager, but partly down to winning a treble. Oh, I hate saying that, and I really hate saying that. But also the style of football, because I know a manager's obviously pivotal in the way a team plays, but the assistant manager does have a lot to say about what goes on.
He hasn't been assistant manager there long, though. In fairness, I think he's only been like a year or just over a season. But look, it excited me, the fact that of who he is. Winks, Premier League player playing in Serie A. That's not a bad league to play in. I mean, Cody. 18 months ago, he was an England centre back, wasn't he? And
he's better than Maguire, and there's a lot of teams that in the Premier League that would have took him on. I'm surprised Everton didn't just say to Wolves, because I don't know how much Leicester paid. I was peanuts. Well, not peanuts, but obviously, but compared to most,
$8 million, I think it was something like it. It was ridiculously good value.
Yeah,
but
so
Everton, what's he called at Everton? Dyche preferred his ex-Burnley players. So, that was a shot just going wide there. It's all Liverpool at the moment. Bloody hell, he looks about 10, that Liverpool player. Number 55, I think it was. Bloody hell, it makes you look like you retired, and that's saying something.
I think that's Ben Doak, the Welsh international. Really excited.
It's a good shot, just went wide, but he looks about 10. Bloody hell. But anyway, no, I'm excited with the players we're bringing in. And I think it's about quality, not quantity. And what I think a lot of people forget is when they look at him to what was I going to say? My mind's gone now. That comes with old age. What was I saying?
Winks? No, Cody, I think.
Cody. Oh yeah, quantity, not quality. That's it. We forget when we're making these signings, and you haven't signed this player, we need to sign them. We've got youngsters coming through. We've got 3 or 4 really excellent youngsters that, had they not been injured last season, may well have played the last few games. So we've got a good nucleus of youngsters that can come through. So we've got to remember that as well.
The thing is, you don't have to register under 23 players either, do you? No. They can be unregistered, registered throughout the season. So they could either go out on loan to a League One, League Two side till January, realise they're too good, bring them back, and then play them for the remainder of the season. I think you've done that with Barnes when he was on loan at West Brom.
Yes. But we're just chasing. We are just chasing shadows. You're quite right. I'm a bit worried now because this is like hashtag Bellends time. We can't even get hold of the ball at the moment. I'm surprised Justin isn't playing, but he hasn't. Let's be honest with you, he hasn't had much game time with his injury. So, I'm not a Castagna fan. He spends too much time trying to get up the backside, allegedly, of Faze.
Chance. You've probably already seen that chance, to be fair, from Liverpool.
Who had the chance for Liverpool?
The guy cut inside on the edge of the box, cut it across, but it was defended by Leicester. It's a free kick now to Leicester, I think.
Yeah, goalkeeper just passed it out. 80% possession in the last 90% possession in the last 5 minutes.
And that's what you mentioned, wasn't it? Worried about just chasing shadows and not actually getting anywhere near the ball. That's what Liverpool can do. They City in the same way that they both just really press high up.
Yeah, that was another shot there from Liverpool. I'll tell you what time I'm on in a second. As soon as they stop the replay, I may be behind you then.
No, I've just seen the shot there, Chris. Harvey Elliott.
Good save though. Got it bought. Yeah, I'm on 57.54.
Yeah, I'd say I'm about 10, 12 seconds behind, so that's literally nothing. And that's good. That's a good save from Hermanson as well, because he could have easily carried that wide.
Yeah. To be honest with you, Neil, take it or leave it. It's shut down now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Berho says we still don't have any metal. Lean on our players and you can tackle instantly. I thought in the first half again. I mean, we've not got the ball at the moment, but we're chasing shadows, like you say. But I thought in that first half we were getting in there. We were putting our foot in.
Well, until the goal, I thought you played not the better team, but I thought it was a game. And that was Liverpool's strongest 11.
Yes. I mean, it's hot out there, isn't it? You know, it's Singapore after all. I don't know if the stadium is air conditioned. I know they've got a roof.
And that'll take its toll as well, because Leicester have had a full pre-season. They don't want their final pre-season game to be.
How many? And nobody actually answered me. But how many pre-season games is this for Liverpool?
I think it's. I will double check, but I think it's their third, fourth potentially.
Is it? So the same as us then. In fairness.
Yeah. So they lost. They beat a German team 4-2. Then they drew 4-4. Yeah. This is their third game. They've still got another 2 after this.
They got Bayern Munich coming up, haven't they?
They got Bayern Munich on Wednesday and then Darmstadt on Monday.
What the hell was that goal kick all about there? I think it was a defender took it, passed it to Hermanson. Hermanson back to the defender. Oh, a change here for Leicester.
Yeah, I've just
is coming off.
I've just seen that goal kick situation there, Chris.
Yeah.
But
so Leicester are making the substitution. Mark on for Leicester. And Liverpool are changing the goalkeeper now. Becker is on. You know what? Boris Becker's let himself go, hasn't he? Yay!
Is Marseille this number 4
player?
Yeah,
he played against Northampton, and he's one of those, and I said, like, we've got these players to the good player. Oh, nice here. Oh, that's a foul, Mr. Referee. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, and I tell you what, he was bombing up and down that wing against Northampton.
And they got promoted last season as well.
Yeah, but I mean, and again, the division down, but he was really.
That was a great run there from. Don't know who that number. I think that was number 35 who made that run. Then,
yeah, I'm just trying to work out who it was. Is this McAteer?
McAteer, yeah.
He looked good in the first half.
Is McAteer the only loan signing you've made this season? Oh, Doyle as well, I think, is it?
Doyle.
Oh no,
yeah.
McAteer is a youngster, isn't it? I think.
Sorry, I'm miles away. McAteer, yeah, he's come through our youth system.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a different McAteer who was on loan at Sheffield last season. Yeah, so you've only made 1 loan signing. I think you can make 5 in, or you can have a maximum of 5 or 6 in your matchday squad. So I wouldn't be surprised if Leicester pick up a couple of youngsters.
I think there's another one from corner from Liverpool. Leicester haven't got it clear, but it's gone out for a throw in. I think there's another Man City player we're looking at. To be honest with you, there's so many links. I started off putting all the links up on Facebook group and everything, and I got fed up with it. There was that many.
I'll tell you what, that was a nice clearance from Hermanson, wasn't it? Tries to get chipped, and he just decides to do a diving header to.
I know. I mean, he's number 2 to Schmeichel in the Danish national team.
Yeah.
And
Denmark are moving away from the Schmeichel, from the Eriksson, from the players like that.
Move on, haven't you? You've got to move on.
Yeah, and he will be number 1. I said when you signed him, he will be number 1 for Denmark.
I think he will. I mean, Schmeichel, bless him, love him to bits, and I'd have his babies, but he's at a certain age, doesn't he?
Yeah, and you can see again. I echo your thoughts. I think he's been an unbelievable player in his career across a few different teams, but you can just see the decline, and it's sad when you can see it with a player that, especially you, really like. You can just it feels bad that you just know he's towards the end of his career. But he's had a good career. I mean, he's won a lot.
Boohoo says there is literally about 20 spectators. There's not so many, is there? This international tour hasn't made sense. We should have stayed at home and played Kettering, Loughborough, etc. Look, I check it out on the LTID TV on YouTube because under the pick, the playlist, the pick, you can see me on Talk TV talking to Mark Saggers about pre-seasons. What would we have gained by play? And it's 4-0 from the corner.
Yeah, I'm just about to see the corner now.
Sorry, mate, I forgot your.
No, that's absolutely fine. You
Doak, is it? Has scored.
That's the young Welsh lad that I'm actually interested to see what he does this season, and hopefully he gets a loan spell. Yes.
Let's just have a look at this corner again. So the corner comes in. Oh, it was unmarked at the back post.
Yeah, when I saw it initially, I thought it was a bit of... Oh, there's all the spectators, Chris.
Headed ball on and headed in.
Yeah, I think that flick on, the initial... As the ball comes in, that initial flick on loses... I think Leicester don't pick him up there because they think the initial header's going to be the one that is on target.
Yeah. So 4-0. Boo, I'm just going to come back to you on that point because what would we learn by playing Kettering and Loughborough? They purely are fitness games. We can go out and beat. We can go. It's like England. I was watching some England videos yesterday. We put 10 past San Marino. What did we gain out of that? What did we learn by beating San Marino 10-0? Absolutely football.
Harry Kane got another 4 goals to his.
Yeah, exactly. And again, if we beat Kettering 5-0, we played Northampton. We only beat them 1-0. Okay, they were a decent enough side, but Burton. We hadn't got them in the cup. We'd have probably been playing them. We always need to play Burton. If you want us to be a top 10 Premier League team and compete with the likes of the Liverpools, the Tottenhams and those sort of teams, do they go and play, do you see Liverpool playing Birkenhead? Do you see Liverpool playing Tranmere? Do you say, no. So what is the point? Absolutely no. If you want us to be big, we've got to, look, we need FFP here. We're struggling with FFP. We need to get a bigger fan base around the world. And we'll only do that by going and playing in those countries. You could argue Thailand maybe wasn't the right place in the monsoon season, but it was the owner's home country, and I respect that he wanted to go. Last time we went off there, half the youth team were shagging prostitutes and putting it up on the TV allegedly. Well, we know it was true, but I've got to say that to cover myself. So, yeah, what do you want? Do you want us to be little old Leicester that's going to play Kettering and Loughborough? What is the point of those games? We learn nothing. Bournemouth used to come down to play Poole Town every season. The kind of an agreement they had. And you know what? It wasn't the Bournemouth A team. Maybe the goalkeeper was, but apart from that, it was all youngsters. So, good save there. Good save from Hermanson. It's another Liverpool corner there.
Same as us, Chris. We play this Welsh League team around, literally 10 minutes down the road from us, Dundee AFC. We play them every year. As like a lot of teams have the traditional game in pre-season, and I don't think they've scored a goal past us in 4 seasons. No. It's just pointless. We learn nothing from it, and half the time you can win that 4-0 and then nearly get relegated. So
yeah, and I'm right. I agree with you both, Zane and Andy here. Castagna for me, he wants to go. I would have sold him. I would have sold him already. I have got some actual footage. I'll just see what comes of this. If Liverpool... No, it's a free kick to Leicester. I have got some footage of Castagna defending next to Wout Faes from last season. I'm sorry, Castagna is a right back or left back, but half the time he was playing right back, and he was that he was that close to Valfay. So whoever was attacking down the left wing for the opposition had all the time in the world to get the ball and cross it in because Castagna wasn't playing to his role. Leicester, a cross in there. It didn't quite fall for Leicester. Daka's looking a bit disappointing, I've got to be honest with you.
You'd think the Leicester would have a lot more in the second half, considering Liverpool have made a lot of changes.
Yes. Maybe we need to make some changes, but then again, this is the last game before Coventry.
Yeah, because the sort of stage in pre-season is sort of 45 minutes, then try and push for an hour, and then try and push for 90 minutes or close to.
Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying, Boohoo. I guess it's TV and what have you. I mean, I know it's not in this country, but LCFC is showing it. I don't know if LFC are. But it's going to be shown. Well, somebody said they were watching it in Australia and all around there. If we were playing Loughborough, would we get the people watching it? Yes, the fans would go, obviously, because it's down the road from Leicester. So whether it was at Leicester or more than likely at Loughborough, all the fans could go and watch. But who's going to, is that going to be televised? Does anybody want to pick that up? And, if you sat in Australia? No. And unfortunately, what we've got to say is, you look at this, more people will be watching this for Liverpool than they will for Leicester. That's a fact of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to get, if you look at the likes of, and I'm not being disrespectful, but Man United are one of the biggest clubs in the world. You're a United fan as well as Newport, obviously. And Man United are one of the biggest biggest clubs in the world. Their fan base around the world has built up over the years, and I'm not being awful when I'm saying this, but it's probably a lot of it down to the Munich air disaster because it got such coverage and people saw that. And it was the same with Leicester when we won the Premier League. It was like, who the hell are Leicester? You need something like that, and obviously I do wish the Munich disaster had not happened, obviously I do. But things like that do get you in the news, like when the player was going to Cardiff and his plane sank, it crashed in the sea and sank. It was all over the news. Your clubs do get in the news, and people are, who is this Leicester? Who is this Cardiff, whatever. You need to get your name out there and playing Loughborough, playing things. Yes, all right, it might be okay for fitness. Then again, might as well just play, 11 versus 11 on the training pitch. But you need to get this. Oh, hang on. Oh no, Indeedy again.
I'll tell you what,
he plays really well. Leicester, he should have shot. I don't know.
I'm going to see it now, Indeedy. Oh yeah,
he pulled it back.
Maybe one-on-one with the goalkeeper, maybe should have just pulled the trigger. It's like I said, it's pre-season, Chris. If you have a pop shot and it goes way over the bar, you're not going to kick yourself over it, are you?
I've got to be honest with you. I'm loving Indeedy. That was close. I'd gone past Indeedy. I thought, what the hell, but...
What a change of manager can do as well.
Exactly. Oh,
he just seems revitalised into this player.
More substitutions coming now for Leicester. Nacho's coming on. Nacho Man is coming on for Daka. And we could all see that coming, couldn't we? And of course, I don't know if Brad's up. Brad's still in bed. But just for you, if you are watching, because it is his favourite player, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to play this, but let me just try and find it. And I can't find it anywhere. Where have I put it? Here we go. You better not sell him when I've done all the effort of putting that together. But Nacho is on. I know what you're saying, Boho. Boho. I don't know which way I pronounce it. I know what you're saying about Kettering, but we haven't even been going to Europe. I would take a European tour. I really would. But you're quite right, though, with Kettering and Loughborough, because those are the sort of standard of teams that we've been playing. We have been playing. Look, Newport, Mike.
Yeah.
If Newport were to play Leicester, chances are, let's say, looking at the way things are going, we might beat you 4-0 or something like that.
Yeah.
Or would you suddenly be playing a team that's around your same sort of standard?
Like Cheltenham yesterday, 1-1 draw. They're a league above us. Yes, I know why we play Swansea and Bristol because, well, we got a loanee from Bristol this season. You play them, you build a connection. It helps easier with like loan signs. But what do we get from losing 8-0 and 5-0? They're just apart from depressed fans.
Well, exactly. You're not learning anything. And, the argument is, of course, if you're beating other teams, then at least you go, oh, here we go. Oh, good save. And it's gone in and it's 5. No, it's offside. I thought it might have been. It's a good save, though, when you see this coming up.
Yeah. The thing is, from Allison, he's a good shot stopper, but he does like to come out a lot, which...
But that's the sort of goalkeeper that Enzo wants.
Yeah,
He wants that sweeper keeper.
And that's what football is now, isn't it? It's not about a traditional
close. That was actually close to offside.
Yeah, there's 2 of them offside, yeah.
Let's be honest with you, Bo, and I'm not going to go, Bo, it's your opinion, and I respect your opinion totally. And I know you were joking, say Kettering and Loughborough, but we have been playing those sort of teams. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to them, but, we play Newport, we beat you. We don't really learn anything from that. It's a fitness game, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, Neil, I remember Workington Town.
Yeah, they're still around.
They're in about the 20th league or something, but I used to love Workington Town. Wow. Oh, good shot and a good save there from Hermanson. There used to be, before you had automatic relegation from League Two, it used to have to go to, you had to be re-elected. So every club that was in League Two or the 4th tier that wasn't in the bottom 1 at the time would vote on whether you stayed up or below. Yeah. And Workington used to stay up and get voted up and get voted up and get voted up. First year that they brought in automatic relegation, they went down. I used to have a soft spot for Workington. I really did.
They've actually changed their name, Chris. It's now Workington AFC. So I don't know if they went under and
possibly. I mean, in fairness, Chowdhury's coming on for Winks. The change. I like Chowdhury.
He'll be big, I think, this season because he was on loan at Watford, wasn't he? Last season?
Yeah. And I think, to be honest with you, he wasn't treated. I mean, he had when we played Liverpool 2 seasons ago. It was over Christmas, and it was at the King Power. And he played defender. He played as a defender because we were so short of players, and he had his favourites at Bell End, and. He was coming out, and Brendan was going like, "Yeah, look at this player, he's fantastic," and calling in the new Mascherano, and shot from Dewsbury Hall, but good save by Becker there, and then we never saw him again, and then he went out on loan, which was typical Rodgers. In fact, I can't mention Rodgers, and I know I've got to let it go. People say, "Look, Chris, you got to let it go, let it go." But I can't because he is.
Bell End.
So I'm sorry, but there we go.
Talking of Workington Town, Chris, they're at next season, then they're in the same league as Macclesfield. What a return from Macclesfield! Wow. 2 or 3 promotions, just like Bury. It's great to see when a team goes under or in heavily financial trouble, the fans stick there and help rebuild the team. That's brilliant to see.
I don't want to see teams go out of business. Possibly because Leicester have been there. We went out of business, and Gary Lineker, as much as I don't like him, and he saved the club with his consortium. We nearly went out of business a second time, but Milan Mandrić came in and saved us. So I know what it's like to be the sort of we might actually lose our football club. And as much as I love Derby getting relegated last year, I did not want to see them go out of business. And I hated Bury going out. I worked in Bury for 2 years, and lovely town, lovely people, lovely little club. And I don't want to see any club go out of business. I really don't. But I just think something's got to be done. Something has got to be done. I suggested maybe all the Premier League clubs have teams in the lower divisions, like B teams and what have you. Like they do in Spain, is it?
Yeah, I don't think that would ever work in England because we see with the Papa John's Trophy, even I'm close to it now. A lot of League Two fans and League One fans hate the fact that they're in a competition with Manchester United, Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. Well, not so much Tottenham because they don't know what a trophy is. but the likes of them who could easily win that competition are Man City under 21s and
they're all under 21s, aren't they?
No, as well. That's what I mean. You could easily have like 2 or 3 players over 23. It's like, what's the point? So
yeah. I mean, when you look, just to the comment there about McAteer and the goalkeeper, I would agree with you. When you look about McAteer, yeah, he's a youngster and he's going to come through. He will do a lot better against championship teams than he will against the likes of Liverpool, And
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Coventry's going to be a tough game to start with, although Mark Robbins is playing it down a little bit and saying they're not as strong as, they were. But it's a tough game because, of course, they only just, failed at the playoff stage. So, yeah, another change here for Liverpool.
Well, they've lost Gyökeres, haven't they? And that is a massive miss for them this season.
Yes.
You take 20 plus goals away from him. That's always going to hurt them.
Yeah. I hope we get Pirlo.
So that's crazy. Liverpool brought on a player at half-time, that number 8, and then they've taken him straight back off 30 minutes into the second half.
Well, Mark Robbins has changed now. Says the championship opener against Leicester City is a tough match, but one his side are ready for. Last week you were saying you weren't ready for it, mate. Make your mind up. Cole Palmer we're looking at from Manchester City on loan.
Yeah, Cole Palmer's a good player.
Yeah.
Because he was in the under-21 England squad for the Euros, wasn't he?
Yes. Goal kick to Leicester there. I've got to say, the first 20 minutes we looked good, but since then, Liverpool have just stepped up a gear, even with the changes. And let's be honest with you, I'm looking at, yes, Liverpool have made the changes, so we should have maybe taken advantage of that. But it makes me, let's not get carried away. Let's not think that we're going to go to Coventry and just walk all over them, because we're not.
No. And like you said, the championship is so tight. There's 46 games in the season. You will find a team. You'll unless it's Burnley, but you'll find it very hard to find a team that will play 90% of their games in second gear. I think Burnley played a lot of their games last season in second gear and wiped teams away. It's a tough league. You could batter someone 1 week 4-0 and then go and lose to the bottom side 1-0 at home. It's have like 20 shots. It's a horrible league to predict. So good luck to Dan for tonight.
Well, I know what his predictions are because obviously I've done all the homework with him, and I did a prediction for. I think it was on the Rovers and also on Blackburn Rovers and the Plymouth channels, and everybody seems to think we're going to win it, and I think it's very disrespectful to the other teams in the Championship. But all the pundits and the betting people seem to think it's going to be, Leicester, Leeds, and Southampton to come down.
Spoiler, I think Leicester will win the championship. I don't generally think that, but the other two, I think both of them are going to struggle massively. Leeds and Southampton.
I think it's when you look at the fact that who we brought in, manager and staff-wise, then on paper. But look, last season, if you want to look at what happens on paper, don't Liverpool coming away again here down the far side.
Well, no one thought Luton would be in the Premier League 7 years ago. So,
no.
Even though they got to the playoffs the season before last, no one expected them to go on and actually win the playoffs. So,
no, not at all. Macclesfield, you mentioned them earlier. Isn't that Robbie Savage's club?
Yeah, Robbie Savage helped them out, and now they're they're one league off the National League North now.
Well, I mean, it's amazing when you see these clubs go down out of the top 4 leagues, and it's good to see them come back. But it's also good to see other teams having the chance, like the Forest Green Rovers and what have you. Because you do look at things like, well, no, but you look at the likes of Hartlepool and Workington, and when they do manage just to stay up season after season after season, you think, just go down and give somebody else a chance.
Well, yeah, for example, Sutton, before they got promoted to League 2 3 seasons now, maybe 4? No, 3, I think. That was their first ever season at the 4th tier, or League 2, first ever season in League 2, and they comfortably stayed up. And then you look at teams like you mentioned, like your Morecambes, like your Accringtons, like your Stevenages, who have been 20th in League 2 3-4 seasons in a row and just never gone down.
Yeah.
I think it was the same as the Premier League when Sunderland kept finished 16th every season, or 16th, 17th every season.
Yeah, I think it's. But that's what we love about football, isn't it? The pyramid.
The referee's having a nice drinks break. He used one of the places bottle.
Castagna's just got booked for that challenge. I'm worried watching this, Phil. Don't think we are fit or ready. Literally playing Liverpool under 23 right now and been knocked and can't touch the ball. Yeah, but you got to accept that it's Liverpool under 23. You know what I mean? There's a fair few players. We take a lot of those players in our team, but I know what you're saying, Boo. I do know what you're saying, and I think it has been a struggle this pre-season.
Not just that, Chris. Like I said to you when I first came on, you've had 3 or 4 pre-season games now. You're nearly match ready for next week, and you're playing in Singapore to finish off, where it's absolutely baking hot. So that doesn't help either. You're chasing a Liverpool team, but you're also playing against the weather at the same time.
I tell you what, Enzo won't come out and say it's too hot.
Oh no! If he does,
at least he's made substitutions when if it's hot. It's more than Brendan was able to do.
I hope Enzo doesn't say he wasn't ready for the game against. Or I don't know what Brendan's excuse was for the Brentford or Southampton game.
The Brentford was too hot. It was too hot for the players. Oh bloody hell! Liverpool are bringing on a number 94. I mean, Jesus Christ, where does... Oh, I don't... It's gone mad, I tell you. It's gone mad. No, Brentford was too hot, but he only made 2 substitutions out of 5. So he didn't, make the most of that. Southampton, we played a young side, but Southampton at that point was the youngest team that had ever played in the Premier League. But we apparently were young and inexperienced. I can just go on with his excuses.
Yeah, you'll have to put a Brendan's excuses book and
actually, I was thinking that then Ranieri. I've got one there. The sayings of Claudio Ranieri, because he had some great sayings, didn't he? We could do with a Brendan's excuses book. But what do you think about, for me, Brendan? He's gone back to Scotland. That's his level, I think. I mean, he seems to sort of sulk back there whenever he fails in England.
But it just seems like it's without. I hope Doug's not watching now, or someone when I mention this, but without too much offence, the Scottish League is so two-sided that
it is.
You're finishing first or second. You could have a shocking season, and you're either finishing 30 points behind the leader, or you're in a title race. That's what the Scottish League is. So Brendan is going there to either finish first or second. And every time when he was there previously, Rangers were in the Championship or League One. They weren't even there.
Exactly. Neil says, is there a 99? I guess if there was a 99, it would be Cornet. Thank you. Oh, come on. Give me credit there. Boom. Give me credit. That was good. Come on.
Do that, yeah.
Off the top of my head. This is what you get if you're listening to me every morning on the radio.
87 and a half minutes into the game, we wanted that.
Yes.
The game's pretty much over.
Leicester coming away down the right now. They can't calling it down. I mean, there's 2 minutes to go. I don't think we're going to get a consolation goal.
Talking about a monsoon in Thailand, I think there's one outside my front house is absolutely pouring down. Just heard that on the window.
Yeah, that's Wales for you, isn't it?
I was going to say that's UK weather. I really like how high up Hermanison is. He's acting like as an extra outfield player, but also obviously a very good shot stopper.
But like I say, that's what Enzo wants. I think he's going to be number one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because how much did you?
What I don't like is the fact that the transfer window goes on like 3 weeks after the season kicks off.
Well, funny you should mention that. Is Arsene Wenger was the one. I don't know if you remember the one season when it stopped, like a few days before the season, because Arsene Wenger came up with a thing saying, "I don't get how a player can play 2-3 games of the Premier League season and then go and join someone else midway through start of August or end of August, start of September," and then fans were in uproar because they wanted extra time or clubs were in uproar because they wanted extra time to.
I know you can't. Well, apparently, I was talking to a referee on one of my shows, and the fact that I said, like, why don't referees come out and talk to the press straight after the game and just explain their decisions? I said, well, in my opinion, he did this. And he said they won't allow it. The managers don't want the referees to do it because then the managers can't come up with excuses. Justin's on, I didn't know that. Come up with excuses as to why, this happened or that happened. So it was actually the managers that stopped that happening, which surprised me.
Yeah, because you won't get Frank Lampard after every game saying the referee gave 10 wrong decisions because he and Jurgen Klopp as well.
Have a safe journey, Chris.
Thank you.
Let's hope it's not your final destination. Jeff said he's missed my jokes. Well, of course you have. Tune into the radio. Tune into the radio show, Jeff. For your details about that lady. Oh my God, that was absolutely Skylab. Can we have the ball back, please? That was from a header.
I'm just about to see this free kick now with Justin.
I mean that came off the top of his head. Iheanacho. 2 minutes extra. We've had nearly a minute of that.
Yeah. Wow. How can you get that much height on a header?
I know. So we're into the last minute here. 4-0 to Liverpool. Am I disappointed? No, to be honest with you. Well, yes, disappointed because we started off so well. Corner to Liverpool. So, yeah, I'm disappointed. But, like you say, nothing's... Okay, so Liverpool take away another cup or whatever it is. Stick in the trophy cabinet. It means nothing in the great scheme of things, does it?
No, and Spurs are jealous as well. But no, like you say, they learn nothing from it. You learn nothing from it. They're not going to go to their first game of the season against Chelsea in 2 weeks' time 2 weeks' time or something, and say we beat Leicester 4-0 in a pre-season friendly. We're going to win this game 3-0. They're not going to take nothing from it, and no. I don't imagine.
Full time whistle. Liverpool 4, Leicester City 0. It was our clinical finishing. We need a striker. It's as simple as that, I think. On what you've seen of the game, Mike, I mean, like I said, that first 20 minutes, I think we did okay. We then, had we finished our chances, and I think when the chances are falling to Ndidi, who looked good, it is worrying that it's not falling to your strikers, but we need Iheanacho, I mean, I think Enzo's going to play one up front. Iheanacho isn't a one up front, so unless he's playing him just off him or not. Daka, the jury's still out on him for me. I think he could do well against the Championship clubs. I don't know. But if we could get somebody like that Pirlo in, 20 million, it'd be 20 million well spent.
Yeah, I've watched Joel Perot a lot last season, pre-season as well. He scored against us. I think he fits the bill. Swansea desperately want to keep him because they've signed that Jerry Yates and they want to try and play the two up front. But if you could manage to... The thing is that Leicester have over Swansea is Swansea could say, we want 15 to 20. Leicester could be like, okay, we'll do it. And then Swansea have lost their player. And I think he slots right in, Joel Perot. Like I said, Daka is probably maybe a two-striker player. I think Iheanacho is definitely a two-striker player. Vardy, don't know what you're going to get out of him this season in terms of minutes. But Joel Perot has played through the middle as a number 9. He's played as a 10. He's played out wide. And he just offers versatility, but he's got a great record in this league. I think he scored 20-something last season, 15-something the season before. And they actually bought him from the Dutch league for £1 million. I think that's a very good investment from them. 1 million, and they're probably going to get 15 to 20 if Leicester put the offer in.
I mean, if Leicester are serious, and I think we're seeing we've got the first serious window for Glover, Martin Glover, our transfer guy in charge of transfers. Because of course, last summer he was on gardening leave from Southampton. This summer, in the window, you can't do much in the January transfer window. Let's be honest with you. So yeah, this is his first one. We seem to be serious. We don't seem to be sort of going, well, you want this, so we'll give you this. This is saying, you want this, yeah, we'll give you that. Let's get the deals done. I've never known Leicester do business so early. You know what I mean? And I think you've got to look at players like Perot and say, right, 20 million. Let's not mess about because there's other teams that are interested. You want 20? Here's 20. Let's just get him.
Yeah, and I think I don't think it'd be any issue in the personal terms for Pirlo. I think Pirlo would be excited by the potential. I'll say potential because I know a lot of Leicester fans are in an hour, but potential of getting back to the Premier League where, if they went and signed a striker in the Premier League, that would be gutting on him. But, he could be promoted with Leicester and then play in the Premier League. So I think he would be 100%, wanting to, come to the club. And then it's just about Swansea, Leicester finding the agreement. But yeah, it is good to get your deals done early. You don't want to be messing around mid-August trying to get a striker over the line or trying to do this.
No. Geordie, which Leicester players could make the breakthrough? I think Alves, who was injured, McAteer, who's played today, Malves, or Malvia, I can never, God knows. In a way, I hope he doesn't because I can't pronounce his name. But there's 3 or 4 that could come through. Take your pick from any of those. Jeff says, if on your radio show you play, I play cheese. It's called the Golden Breakfast Show because it's all old hits from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Ones that we'll never have heard of. But let's just have a look at the stats here, Mike. If I can get them up. Bear with me. Caller, your call is important to us. I think... Let's just bring this up. There we go. So, that looks good. No stats on there.
No shots.
No shots. Well, probably we didn't. Well, there we go then. That was updated before. I don't know what's happened there. So we can't look at the stats. Never mind. Oh dear. Never mind. Let me just go through a couple of things that's coming up on the station though. Quiz channel. If you like a good quiz, and you like a good quiz, don't you?
Very much so.
Very much. I still watch those quizzes back that you did and laugh. I'm just trying to get that up. I've lost me.
Oh, I know what's coming here. I know what's coming here.
No, I haven't got it handy. Don't worry. But we've had some fun. But if you are subscribed to Brad's channel, which was Top 10 Battles, you will now be tuned into LTID TV 2 or LTID TV the quiz channel. Search if you like your quizzes. I will still be doing the Big Fat Leicester quiz on here, but it is the only Leicester quiz, the only quiz you'll find on this channel, because it's with it being a Leicester channel, I'm sticking with Leicester. On this other channel, I say on our sister channel now, which is being run by Brad, that's where we have found some of the teams doing. So if you want to get on with these, he's got some good ones lined up, mate. 8 o'clock tonight, we've got the championship preview as to the league positions, where we think we'll end. Some interesting ones in there. I think Dan's had a few to drink, to be honest with you, when he put that together. And that's where you can hear me. Surrey Hills Radio. You can find it on www.surreyhillsradio.co.uk from 7 till 10 every morning. If you want the bigger breakfast. And I know, Mike, you like waking up with something big, don't you?
Yeah, cook breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know why you shook your head. That was totally what I mean. A little bowl of cornflakes that doesn't do. You need a big sausage in the morning, don't you?
Right. Yeah. Well, no. I like a bit of bacon, Chris. Bacon, hash brown. We'll just lean away from that initial comment.
Yeah. Probably for the best, to be honest with you. But yeah, you catch me out. Check me out there. There's all details on the website as to where you can find us and what have you. Mike, hopes for Newport next season.
Stay up.
Really? That bad?
Yeah. Just stay up. The finances are a mess. There was a young child yesterday doing laps around 90 minutes before the game on yesterday, doing laps around Rodney Parade as a fundraiser for Player Fund, which
really
is worrying. Yeah. So and there's what is more annoying is people are saying we could really get relegated, and people are like, why are you mentioning that? That could probably be the death of our club if we go down. So
it could be, but then again, it's a reality. You have to face that reality, don't you?
Yeah, I'm comfortable in thinking we'll just about survive. I'll probably put us like 19th, 20th, something like that. Just stay in the league and try and get a cup. Well, we're desperate for a cup run now. We've got Charlton at home in the League Cup in the first round, but if we can get maybe to the third, fourth round of the FA Cup or something, that's how bad it is. Just begging for, and even the Papa John's. Like if you win one game in the Papa John's group stage, it's 10 grand. So if we can get a couple of wins in there and maybe get into the knockout stages, that's how bad it is. People don't realise that it's really bad. Yeah,
because as there's several, and I'm not being sarcastic because I don't know Wales at all. But there's a lot of clubs all sort of together, isn't there?
Yeah. So obviously Wales, you got North, South, East, West Wales, and in around by us, obviously you've got Newport, Cardiff, Swansea, but then you've got all the Welsh league teams that are there, like Bridgend, Port Talbot, teams like that. So there's other avenues to like get funding, but as a football league club, you don't want to be really going to Wales, the Welsh Premier League, to sort of help with that. It's all about pride at the end of the day, which I hate.
Yeah. Would I mean? There's always this joke, thing about Celtic and Rangers coming down into English football. Would you sooner be in the Welsh league and do better, or in the English leagues and sort of be where you are?
I would 100% prefer the English leagues. The Welsh league. The problem with the Welsh league, it would the signings that we'd be able to make wouldn't be anywhere near the quality. And if we was in the Welsh league, yes, we may finish third or fourth, but it just being in the English leagues gives you that opportunity of climbing a pyramid. When you're in the Welsh league, if you've reached the Premier League, that's it. You've got nowhere else to go. Where League Two, you can go to the Premier League. I know it's 99.9% unlikely, but Luton have shown that you can do it.
Yeah.
So there's always that.
Dreams. Football is about dreams. If you'd said, well, yeah, or not exactly. But if we'd said 12 years ago, we were sat here doing it, saying, you know what, Chris, in a couple of seasons you'll win the Premier League, I'd have laughed your socks off. If Luton would have said, 10 years ago you'll be in the Premier League, they would have laughed your socks off. Go far back as Wimbledon. If somebody said to Wimbledon, as they were then, you're going to win the FA Cup and be in the top division for like 7-8 consecutive seasons, they'd have laughed you off. It's all about dreams, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's what it is. If you've got an end goal, no matter how big that end goal is, it's little steps to get there, and that's the only reason why, or the main reason I would never want to be in the Welsh league, because the English pyramid allows you to drop down, but also to get straight back up. And there is a goal that one day we could reach League One, Championship, Premier League. It's very unlikely, I'll admit. Well, extremely unlikely.
Look, unlikely. Things happen. Look at Luton. Like I said, look at Bournemouth. Bournemouth were literally. There's a documentary on Bournemouth, and obviously, I can remember when I moved down here. That was the season when they were deducted 17 points. It started that season on minus 17. Halfway during the season, Eddie Howe came in, but at the start they were minus 17. And the guy that kept that club afloat was stood at the back of the room. Howard Krasner, who also, funny enough, did the Leeds when they nearly went bust. And he said to, I can't remember the guy's name from Bournemouth, but he said, I'm going to look at you when I'm on the TV, and if I get a nod from you, the club will be saved. If I don't get a nod from you, then I'm shutting it down. That's how close they were. And he was doing his TV conference, and he said, look, we need X amount of money to keep this club going. He looked up, looked at the guy at the back of the room, he nodded his head, saved the club, and look where they are now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So dreams can happen. I mean, is also the downside to the dream, as we are seeing that now. There's no guarantee that we're going to come back up. It could be another 4 or 5, how many seasons before we come back up. But we've got to look at it and go, we've had 9 seasons of absolutely unreal things I never thought I'd see. Spurs would have loved to have had the 9 seasons that we've had.
Yeah, and that's not even a joke. That is deadly serious. A league title, an FA Cup, Community Shield, played in all 3.
Excuse me, not Community Shield, the English Super Cup. That's the words you were looking for.
And you've also played in all 3 of the European competitions. You've played in the Champions League, Europa League, and the Conference League.
Last British team in the Champions League in 16-17, quarter-finalists.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing 9 years. And like you say, football, it builds you up, it knocks you down. But look, I really hope Newport survive. Because like you say, it is if you go down... I presume if you go down, a lot of clubs, when they go out, the top 4 tend to go part-time.
The problem is, now the National League, if you're not full-time, you'll struggle. We saw the 2 teams that got promoted from the National League last season. Dare I say it, Wrexham, 100-plus points. Notts County, 100-plus points. That's the standard that you've got to have to get out of the league. And even the teams in the playoffs, mid-70s, 80 points. And a lot of them are full-time. So I think we'd probably just stay... Well, I don't know what would happen, but I think that we would just stay full-time, because that's what the league is becoming now. And even the teams below that in the regional National League North and South, a lot of them have turned full-time, because they realise if they're going to eventually make it to League 2, they're going to have to be full-time anyway. So,
I'm looking at the National League from last season, and these are clubs that have been I mean, I'm in my 60s now, and these are teams that I know have been in the football top 4 divisions in some form or another. Wrexham, Notts County, Chesterfield, Southend, Halifax Town, Oldham Athletic. Where do we go then? Aldershot, York City, Torquay United, Yeovil Downs, Scunthorpe. I mean, that's half the bloody league, isn't it?
And the scary thing is, that's just the National League. There's some in the National North South, Macclesfield in the Northern Premier League.
Yeah.
It's scary. And it was great to see Bury play back at Gig Lane.
Yes, it was.
When they played Bradford. Yes, they lost 6-0, but they will not care about that one bit.
No. I think it was very unfair that, Bolton survived, Bury didn't.
Because the Bolton thing was actually worse than what Bury were doing, but that's football, isn't it?
I agree. That is football, exactly. Talk about your other team, Man United. Hopes for them for the season?
Close the gap to the top. I think the signings that has been made have been the signings that were needed. De Gea, after 12 seasons, not needed to go because I'm still a bit annoyed and upset about it, but you've got to do what the manager wants. You mentioned about Hermanusson. Maresca wants that type of goalkeeper. That's the exact type of goalkeeper that Ten Hag wants. Give the man what he wants. Man United have been so well known in the last 10 years post-Ferguson to just buy the big star names and then not live up to expectations. But Onana, Mason Mount, and Højlund, who should be done today, who's also in the next sort of breed of that talent to come through. Look, Ronaldo, he got rid of Ronaldo because he was a bad egg, even though, like I said, what you said with Schmeichel, love him to bits, but bad egg needed to go. And even more of Ronaldo's interviews now since he's been in that Saudi league has made people hate him with some of the stuff he's been coming out with. But yeah, it's just moving on from a bad era, and Ten Hag seems to, have that feel. If you don't want to play for this badge, if you don't want to fight for the team, you're gone. I've had, and that's good, because 2 years ago, if Ronaldo was like that around Solskjaer probably would have said, "Oh, we need to keep Ronaldo. He's Ronaldo," and he wouldn't have got rid of him. And Ten Hag seems to be like, if you don't want to fight, get gone, basically.
Yeah, and I think Enzo's got that at Leicester. If you want to, he's come out and said that. If you want to go, go. I mean, last season, Man United, no way did I think he'd finish third. I mean, it was, and fair dues to Enzo, I was going to say, fair dues to Ten Hag. He's come in and he's taken, that club needed a rebuild.
Yeah.
You needed a clear out, you needed a rebuild. And to do that, to do a rebuild season and still get Champions League,
and he won the Carabao Cup, got to the final of the FA Cup and the quarterfinals of the Europa League whilst finishing top 4. I don't know how he's done it.
Who won the FA Cup again?
Not too sure. I think it was some little team in Manchester. I don't know.
Wasn't it a team that sort of got all 3 major trophies this season? Sorry, mate, I'm winding you up. You know that. Mike, it's been a while, but hopefully we'll do a lot more together this season.
Yeah, we will, definitely.
We may even get you in the cup again, who knows. Give a shout out. You do a lot on your... Are you still doing the darts on your channel?
No, I just leaned away from that, Ned, to be honest. Just wanted to base it more on football. That's what I'm going to be able to spend most of my time doing, because obviously a long season of 46 games, if I'm going to them, it's just going to clog up too much time. So that time that I would have used for that, I'll just be planning and sorting out other videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that is fine. Okay, so give it a shout out. Where can people find you?
Yeah, so it's Mike Green on YouTube. I uploaded a vlog, yesterday for the Cheltenham game, final pre-season game, and just looking forward ahead to the competitive season. Now, I think that's what everyone, especially the EFL, that's what everyone's looking forward to now. The start of the league season. We're finishing pre-season today, tomorrow. for a lot of EFL clubs, and then, you know, full attention turns to Friday when it all starts. So yeah, Mike Green on YouTube, and subscribe to Chris as well.
And check Mike out. He's got some really great chat, and you're passionate. I remember those Welsh videos.
If we qualify for another major trophy, let's hope we bloody get more than 1 point.
Oh, to be honest, I absolutely. I don't think I've, because I think, was it the Wales England game I clipped and showed? I don't think I've used the bleeper.
It was Iran.
Iran, was it? I don't think I've used the bleeper. So, in fact, I think it was like, I should have been easier to bleep and then just unbleep when I could actually play things.
The whole thing, and then, that's what I would have said, or welcome.
Yes, it was fun. But look, Mike, good luck for the season. As Jeff says there, yeah, good luck to both teams. Look, it's a new season, it's a new story. We love football, and look, we're just going to enjoy it. Thanks very much for popping on and keeping me company.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
I better go off and write my 100 lines now to YouTube. I will not break copyright rules again. Until this one runs out. Cheers, mate. All the best.
Thank you. Speak to you later.
Bye-bye. Thanks to Mike there for coming on. Great guy. Do go and check his channel out. I'm going to add the link into the description because it was a late edition. But thank you so very much for him for coming on. Look, 4-0 to Liverpool. Such is life. Join me back 8 o'clock, please. Don't miss it. If you're not there, you won't be square. Let me just bring it up. Tonight it is at 8 o'clock. Be sure to join me and Dan the football man, for this, the championship preview. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you to everybody that was in the chat. Really appreciate you. Thank you for bearing with me when I got my naughty slapped. Let's not go there, eh? I should know. Welcome along to John Pugh, who is our new member. £1.99 gives you a lot of extras. There's a link below in YouTube that shows you what you get if you do become a member for £1.99 a month. Please do that. Mainly subscribe and smash that like. Really do appreciate it. I will see you, like I say, later on tonight at 8 o'clock. This has been LTID TV. I've been Chris. This is Arnie.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.